It was the holiday season, and I brought my foster daughter, Megan Delgado, to our mansion inside Liria Bay for a quiet vacation. But the moment we arrived, I realized something was wrong. Someone was already inside. A woman flung the door open, annoyance written all over her face. "What do you want? You're interrupting my daughter's birthday party. Do you have a death wish?" For a second, I wondered if I'd driven to the wrong house. But then I noticed her clothes and jewelry, every piece was something I kept in my wardrobe here. The timing was too perfect to be a coincidence. Just a week ago, my husband, Richie Delgado, had said he was planning a surprise for me and Megan. He had asked for the spare key. I peered past her into the brightly lit living room, packed with party guests. "So, are you claiming to be the lady of this house?" She looked me up and down, taking in my simple outfit, invisibly relaxed, almost smug. "Who else would I be? You! You've ruined my daughter's birthday. Get inside and beg her forgiveness." I didn't move. Her tone sharpened. "My husband will be back any minute. Do you even know who he is? He is the CEO of Baron Corp. Someone like you would be crushed if you crossed him. They were using my house, my mansion, to throw a birthday party for his illegitimate daughter. So much for a surprise." The mansion was going from a distance when Megan and I arrived early. I had figured coming one day before Richie's planned surprise wouldn't hurt. I just pretend I didn't know anything. A woman yanked open the door, irritation blazing in her eyes. "Who are you? This is my daughter's birthday party. Are you trying to make trouble?" Her confidence threw me off enough that I almost believed I had the wrong place. But when she saw my plain white t-shirt, her disdain sharpened. "How unfortunate for us," she scoffed. "You ruined my daughter's mood. A pathetic nobody like you can't possibly make up for it." Guests began crowding behind her. One whimpered loudly, "Everyone here is either high-ranking or elite. Look at her, she probably sneaked into the neighborhood." Another chimed in, "Melanie's husband is powerful. If this woman offends them, she won't be able to repay the consequences in her entire lifetime." Melanie Vallejo straightened, emboldened by their support. "Tell you what," she said smugly. "I am not a bad person. If you crawl inside and apologize to my daughter, I'll forgive you." My frown deepened. "So you really claiming to be the lady of this house?" Something had felt off from the start, but she was so loud and full of herself that it momentarily clouded my judgment. Then I saw she was wearing the exact clothes and jewelry I left in my bedroom. And just a week ago, Richie had taken the spare key. He had even reminded me to come tomorrow night. I never imagined he was giving the house to someone else for a party. Melanie hesitated for half a second, then doubled down. "Who else would it be if not me? Certainly not you, dressed like that." Then her expression brightened as if something clicked. "You ruined the birthday party. You'd better get on your knees and apologize. My husband will be home any minute. He is the CEO of Baron Corp. You can't afford to offend him." "The CEO of Baron Corp? Do you mean Richie Delgado?" I asked. Melanie nodded proudly. "That is right. That was when everything snapped into place. I had married Richie and brought him into my family because I couldn't have children. He always played the devoted, grateful husband. Yet here he was parading a mistress and an almost grown daughter in my house." Melanie misread my silence as fear. "My husband is almost here," she warned. "Get on your knees like a good dog. If he arrives before you do, kneeling won't even be enough. He spoils our daughter." My anger simmered. "I am not the one who can't afford the consequences of kneeling tonight." Someone behind her muttered, "Poor people always cling to pride. She is about to lose everything, yet she is still pretending to be tough." I fixed him with a cold stare. "What makes you think I am the one losing here?" They were trespassing. They had committed theft. And soon Melanie would learn exactly what that meant. Let her dig her own grave, another person laughed. Some people need to be crushed to finally learn. Melanie sneered, "Trash always acts tough. When my husband arrived, even crawling naked to kiss my feet won't save you." "Perfect, that saved me the trouble of calling him myself." "Richie, your surprise is truly something." As Melanie and I squared off, a shrill voice exploded from inside the house. "Mom, her pendant looks exactly like the one I lost." Before I could react, the girl rushed up and yanked the necklace off Megan's neck. Megan's skin reddened immediately. "Stop. That necklace is from my dad. She didn't finish. The girl ripped it off so violently that it drew blood. This was a custom birthday gift from my dad. One of a kind. Give it back. Melanie stepped in right away. Oh, I get it now. That's why you right here late at night trying to steal my husband. You shameless homewrecker. She raised her hand to slap me. I caught her wrist midair and slapped her back, hard. Her cheek flushed crimson instantly. Don't project your trashy behavior onto me. We both know who the shameless one is. The slap stung her. She lunged again, but the moment I raised my hand, she flinched. Then she burst into fake tears and turned to the crowd. Everyone saw that. She ruined Crystal's birthday, broke into our house to seduce my husband, and then attacked me, his rightful wife. How shameless can a homewrecker get? The guests immediately surrounded her, playing right into her performance. There must be a misunderstanding. Mr. Delgado would never look at someone like her. She even brought her daughter. How disgusting. The insults were vile. I pulled Megan close, covering her ears. Don't you believe a word she says, I told the crowd coldly. Check the second drawer in the study. You'll find the deed there under my name. Abby Barron, she is the mistress here. For a moment, the guests hesitated. Crystal recovered first and pointed at me. How many times have you broken in? Is that how you know the layout so well? Melanie quickly held up her phone, showing 10 years of utility payments. Look, I've been paying for this place for a decade. When did this house ever belong to you? Her screen showed records dating back exactly to the time before I moved out after surgery, when I'd been incapacitated and helpless. A time when Richie had suddenly been too busy to accompany me to the hospital, yet strangely present at home. Now I knew why. They'd been fooling around behind my back in my house while I was recovering. My stomach churned with disgust. The crowd turned hostile again. Crystal whispered to a few men, and they began closing in on us. Go ahead, she taunted. Tear their clothes off. If they want attention that badly, let us see what they've got. My dad will deal with the fallout. Melanie watched with a victorious smirk. I inhaled slowly. If I didn't act now, things would get worse. I pushed Megan behind me, grabbed a champagne bottle from my bag, shook it violently and popped the cork. The foaming spray drenched the men and soaked Melanie and Crystal head to toe. They stumbled back in shock. Then I snatched the windproof lighter from Megan's hand and ignited it. Charging straight at them, I thrust the flame inches from Melanie's face. Her scream echoed. She froze, trembling. A sour smell reached me. She had wet herself. Pathetic. Right when I stepped forward again, Richie's voice rang out behind me. Stop. Richie shoved me to the ground and rushed straight to Melanie and Crystal, wrapping them in his arms. It's okay. I am here. Whoever did this to you will pay. Melanie clung to him like her life depended on it. Richie, you late. Those witches tried to burn us alive. Then she kissed him. Right there. In front of everyone. Crystal covered her eyes. Dad, Mom, seriously. Richie held Melanie like she was made of glass. What other woman? You're the only one I love. Tell me who hurt you. I watched their performance with cold amusement and began to clap. How touching. I am almost tearing up. Who knew you could be such a romantic, Richie? At the sound of my voice, Richie yanked his hands away from Melanie as if he'd been electrocuted. He turned, and when he saw me clearly, the color drained from his face. Melanie, blissfully unaware, grabbed his chin and forced his attention back to her. Honey, don't get distracted. Even when you fighting for me, your eyes should stay on me. Their lies were endless. Megan finally snapped. They the ones who bullied Mom. And she stole my necklace. Crystal shrieked, your necklace. You stole it from me. I steadied Megan's shoulders, then looked Richie dead in the eye. Well, Richie, how exactly are you planning to make me pay dearly? Sweat beaded on his forehead. The guests, still clueless, scoffed at me. She claimed the place was hers earlier. Now that the real owner is here, she is still acting tough. She should be stripped and dragged out. Though she is done, Mr. Delgado could crush her life in seconds. Richie straightened, emboldened by their praise. You and your daughter trespassed and committed theft, he declared. I have every right to pursue legal action. He lifted his chin, acting like the king of the house. As for the injury on my daughter, Melanie is kind. She won't be too hard on you if you apologize to her. Melanie forced a sweet smile. Just beg for my forgiveness, and we'll all let this go. Richie stood taller, finally feeling powerful. So that was it, he was willing to buy his dignity by grinding mine into the dirt. I was about to tell him he'd just been removed as CEO of Baron Corp when Megan tugged on his sleeve, tears spilling down her face. Daddy, how could you treat Mom like this? Melanie slapped her hand away with venom in her eyes. Who are you calling Daddy? Any man will do, huh? You rage just like your mother. Who are you calling Daddy? Any man will do, huh? You rage just like your mother. A man stepped forward. Mr. Delgado is going to press charges, kid. Calling him Daddy won't help you. But you can try it with us. Megan recoiled in horror. Her voice steadied. You always told me you loved me and Mom the most. Was that all a lie? Richie shoved her aside. She fell hard on the floor. Don't be ridiculous. Keep lying and I'll sue you for defamation. Then he glared at me. Know your place. Do as you Ray told before I lose my patience. I helped Megan to her feet and brushed the dust off her knees. Then I met Richie's eyes with absolute clarity. Since you Ray feeling invincible tonight, I suppose you Ray not afraid of the asset division that comes with our divorce. The room erupted in laughter. Who let this lunatic out? Now she is claiming she is his wife. Modern times are too soft on women like her. Melanie smirked, convinced she'd already won. Richie looked at me with patronizing triumph. It is beneath me to waste more time on trash like you. Apologize and get out of my house. Someone shoved a phone in my face to film my humiliation. But then a booming voice filled the room. Everyone freeze. This is an official investigation. We received a report of trespassing. Will the reporting party step forward and show identification?